I'd like to talk about why you have to write your life scenario and how to write it. I'd like to answer these questions. It's important that you consider your success anatomy as you write your life scenario. We can say that this will be the very core of your success. The biggest reason of why people tend to fail is because they never really think about succeeding. They never succeed because they don't think that they need to be successful. When you consider your own life scenario, you need to be determined to succeed. You need to draw a vivid picture in your mind of the way that you will succeed. That is why it's incredibly important to write your life scenario. If you have a vivid picture of your future success in your mind, your life is going to undergo radical changes. Atomy has a system in place where you can make $50,000 to $100,000 a month. If you want to be a person who makes $100,000 a month, and if you vividly picture that in your own mind, then you're going to have a new look, a sparkle in your eyes. Your entire attitude is going to change, and you won't be walking around looking discouraged. You will be standing straight, filled with confidence. You'll be filled with pride, and your self-esteem will skyrocket. Your eyes will not reflect defeat, and you'll have the eye of a tiger that is pursuing its prey, ready to pounce on its enemies. That is how your look will change. Your voice won't be tiny, squeaking like a timid little mouse. You will roar loudly and confidently like a lion. That is how your voice will change. It all depends on how you think about your future self. If you envision yourself as someone successful, then the present you, your facial expressions, your voice, that sparkle in your eyes, and your whole attitude will transform. This is something that is scientifically proven. As I've said in a previous lecture, you don't need to eat a real pomegranate to salivate whenever you think of one. You can salivate just at the very act of thinking about eating it. So, when it comes to our bodies, our thoughts have a massive influence. If you can use your thoughts to transform your bodies, then you will have the power to change others around you. There are so many unfortunate people who are miserable because of the COVID-19 pandemic. They're lost and they don't know what to do. They're living in fear and panic. There is a way out for these people. I have found a business that earns me $50,000 to $100,000 a month. This is the direction that I'm heading. So let's do this together. Don't just sit there. That is the battle cry you must declare. We can do this together. You have to declare your resolution to those around you, to your loved ones. These days, scholars are predicting even more difficult times in the upcoming days. We used to live in an 80-20 society, which according to Pareto's law means that 20% of the people had 80% of all the wealth. And because 80% of the population only had 20% of the total wealth, we had a situation where 20% were rich and 80% were poor. And this was the state of the world in the past. But then one day, that ratio changed to 1 to 99, which means that only 1% of the population became rich, while 99% of them remained poor, a world where the middle class inevitably collapses. Nowadays, there are rumblings of a new change. In the future, Our society won't be characterized by the 1 to 99 ratio, but by a ratio of 0.001 to 99.99. This is what the experts are predicting. If that's the case, then who will make up the 0.001%? Well, we've been hearing a lot that the 0.001% will be the owners of platform businesses. No matter how much wealth they manage to accumulate, the rest of the population, the 99.99%, are predicted to become poor. The 99.99% will become the new proletariat, the new poor. There's even a term for the new poor called the precariat. You're doomed if you become a precariat. That is why it's essential that you own a platform business.